Welcome, everyone, from near and far. I'm so glad that each of you are here tonight. It is so wonderful to be able to come together in this virtual space for a night of storytelling and meaningful connection. My name is Ann Durso Rose, and I'm the Associate Director of UMA, Urban Media Arts, formerly MATV. I'm also a co-facilitator for the Malden Reads One City, One Book program. Malden Reads is a community reading program that seeks to answer the question, what if all of Malden read the same book? For the past 11 years, Malden Reads has been promoting literacy and a love of reading while building community here in the city of Malden and beyond. The Malden Reads program is carried out by a dynamic group of volunteers in collaboration with the Malden Public Library and MATV, now UMA. Tonight's event and the memoir writing workshop that preceded it is hosted by UMA.
Howdy, I'm so happy to be here and thank everybody for coming. I had such a wonderful memoir class. We had a short class, and I'm very proud of our class for the stories we wrote in that time. And so I'm very happy to be showcasing them tonight. One of the people that is the first reader was not in our class, but any performance, anything should include Diana Zhang, and that's who we're going to have first. So Diana is a lifelong resident of Malden. She's retired as a budget director from a state agency. We don't know which one. And she still can't find the time to watch more television. Please welcome Diana Zhang with her observations in the time of COVID.
Thank you. I miss my mother. I will always be grateful for the care she received and that she passed away in her sleep peacefully. She passed quickly. There was no time for goodbyes. There was so much more we could have done together, so much more I could have learned from her. I didn't realize how much pain a heart could hold, and that what I could see on the horizon was all that I was without. Feeling like I was drowning in a sea of melancholy, I was diagnosed with a moderate amount of depression. But instead of taking medication, I wanted to try to heal myself through a holistic system of recovery developed by Norman Cousins that included lots of vitamins and lots of Marx Brothers movies.
Any form of water in nature are very important to me. Maybe I used to be a mermaid and living down there in one of my other lifetimes. Those feelings are engraved in the book of my life memories, in the book of my long bygone childhood. I can reach and take a page from it, though the passage of time has washed out most of it. An imprint remains on my psyche. Those memories are the negatives of the real memories. Old, and yet, if you try hard, you can get a glimpse into your past.
Just beautiful, Parto. I just treasure your childhood, the way you talk about it, and all of your memories. Please welcome Marsha with her story, Be Careful What You Wish For.
Maselwani no longer walks the same path with you, and my husband Olahili knew his mother had passed. Delivering the message that one's mother has died is never easy, especially since he had not seen her in 20 years, not since he left South Africa as a young man to live in political exile. Plans were underway for a reunion before life threw him a curve none of us saw coming. May 1979, my husband received a call in the middle of the night from Johannesburg, South Africa, informing him of the loss of his mother, and the family expected him to come home for the funeral.
This workshop has encouraged him to start his first novel, which is loosely based on his life in the 60s. Please welcome Ron with his story, The Photo.
Thank you, CD. Okay, here we go. Like clockwork, the barking dogs in the distance would signal the arrival of the mail carrier. As he approached, the wave of yapping and woofing of various canines continued to swell until the letter eventually dropped into my slot onto the floor. I had been separated from my wife and child for the last 6 months. They were in Malden and I was in Los Angeles, almost 3,000 miles apart. We had a mutual agreement. We would see what time and separation would do to our young relationship. Would the distance make us long to be close? Or would that space between the East and the West be the final nail that ended our young 3-year-old teen marriage? At the time, I didn't know the answer. But what I did know was that I missed my 2-year-old daughter with all my heart. I had spent the first 2 years of her life being a stay-at-home dad. It was 1973, and we had headed out to the West Coast to seek a new life. I was to be the young filmmaker, yearning to find my voice, and my young wife would do what she had planned all along, to raise our beautiful child in the California sunshine. However, life had other plans. It was my spouse who got the first job, and while she went to work at the telephone company each day, I had the privilege of fathering our young child, spending those precious hours feeding, changing, and playing with my dear daughter, Kristen. Those days were full of moments that I treasure to this day, as we both explored what parenting was all about and forged a bond that is still strong to this day.